In today's video, I expose the most ridiculous, embarrassing and downright dangerous liver and gallbladder cleanse advice from the one and only Rob Stewart. Roll the titles.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before I jump into the video, just a quick reminder as always that I'm now offering the SIBO organic acid stool test and consult via my website. So if you have any health or digestive problems, then consider taking these tests as they will provide a lot of very detailed information upon which you can start making informed decisions and then start getting your health back on track. And on that bombshell, to the video. So Rob, what are you going to teach us today?
Now, besides doing enemas and generally having a really clean and healthy diet, what is one of the best ways to help your gallbladder, your liver, and your kidney heal and function? Well, that's the good old-fashioned liver cleanse.
Ah, the good old liver and gallbladder pseudoscience flushes, my favorite.
I got rid of many kidney and liver and gallbladder stones through this process.
Okay, you just heard the man say there that he's removed many liver, gallbladder and kidney stones. Now I want you to keep those statements in the back of your mind because I will help you understand how unbelievably ridiculous those statements are over the next couple of minutes. So the premise of things like gallbladder flushes is that you take Epsom salts along with acidic fruits like lemon and then you drink a lot of olive oil, and those ingredients will cause the gallbladder and liver to contract with such force that stones present in those organs will be flushed out of your body. So on screen now you will see a gallbladder that has been removed, and when the gallbladder is cut open you will see a large gallstone. Now these come in all shapes and sizes, and the thing that you need to keep in the back of your mind as I go through my explanation is that gallstones are extremely hard. They are, after all, stones. So people like Rob Stewart will say that you can avoid surgery by carrying out things like gallbladder and liver flushes, and these types of interventions will fix the problems very quickly and often overnight. So let me explain why Rob and others like him who make these type of claims are nothing more than snake oil salesmen. So as I said just now, a gallbladder flush involves drinking large amounts of an oil and acids such as lemons or apple cider vinegar and also some Epsom salts. Now the reason that you take an acid such as apple cider vinegar is that when you drink a cup or two of olive oil, it will sit in the stomach, so you have to drink something like apple cider vinegar to cause the pyloric sphincter to open. And the pyloric sphincter is just a muscle that acts as a valve to regulate the flow of food between your stomach and the small intestines. So obviously you take the acid and the oil, and now you need a laxative effect to pull all of that through the intestines, and this is why you take something like Epsom salts. And these are the ingredients that Rob Stewart and many health gurus will use to sell you the dream. And lo and behold, the very next day you will pass this type of stone and you think, oh my God, it actually worked. But these are not actually stones, and I will explain all in a minute. So on the left you have a gallstone, which is very hard and solid, and on the right is what people pass after carrying out such gallbladder flushes. It's very soft and moldable, and you can literally squish this material between your fingers. And it's really funny because you will get YouTubers flashing up so-called pictures of these huge stones that they have managed to apparently flush from their bodies. And hallelujah, it's a miracle because they no longer need surgery. But wait a minute, I smell some very pungent BS here. So on screen now you will see a gallbladder, and if you follow this down you will see the bile duct, and then towards the bottom you have what's called the sphincter of Oddi. And this sphincter of Oddi is approximately 3 mm wide. So just think how small 3 mm is. Now let's just think back to what Rob Stewart said at the beginning of the video.
I got rid of many kidney and liver and gallbladder stones through this process.
So answer me this question, Rob. You have the gallbladder here, and you need to get these stones through the bile duct and all the way down until it goes through the sphincter of Oddi, which is just 3 mm in thickness. So gallstone 3 mm, gallstone 3 mm, gallstone 3 mm. So Rob, are you seriously suggesting that gallstones ranging from a couple of centimetres all the way through to a few inches or more can get through a channel that is just 3 mm in thickness? If that is the case and you genuinely think that, can I ask you a quick question? Were you dropped at birth? So anyone who develops gallstones or kidney stones will tell you it's some of the most intense pains around when something like a gallstone blocks the bile duct. So Rob, are you seriously telling us that you drink some oil and apple cider vinegar and then you gollop down some Epsom salt and then you go to bed and a gallstone 3 to 10 centimetre wide will magically travel through the bile duct and through a 3mm opening in the sphincter of Oddi with zero pain? It's funny that, because most people who get gallstones just 1/4 of an inch in size, when they start travelling and blocking the bile ducts, are scrambling for morphine in the accident and emergency department. But not Rob. He has his apple cider vinegar, oil and also Epsom salts. So Rob and all the other gallbladder and liver flushers, in the nicest possible way, you are all idiots. Now Rob's argument, and many others, would be, well, look at these stones that I flushed out of my body. Sorry people, those are not stones. Like I said before, if anyone does a gallbladder flush, then put some gloves on and squeeze these so-called stones between your fingers and see what happens. They will literally turn to mush very quickly. True gallbladder and kidney stones, you wouldn't be able to do this because they are stones. So just what are these stone-like structures that Rob and his flushing brigade are expelling from their bodies? So let's just do a very quick chemistry 101 lesson. So if you combine an acid and an alkaline, you will get a salt. But when you substitute the acid for a fat and you combine that fat with an alkali, you get a reaction called saponification, and this is the reaction that is used to make a soap. And this is the simple process that has been used to make soaps for hundreds and hundreds of years. So let's just recap. So you do a gallbladder flush and then you take the olive oil, which is a fat, and this all travels through the small intestines. This is then met with pancreatic secretions that have a pH of nearly 9, which are produced not only to break down the food, but also to neutralize the hydrochloric acid that has traveled into the small intestines from the stomach. So if this neutralization of stomach acid didn't occur very quickly, then your small intestines would suffer great damage. So just to recap on the chemistry 101, you glug down the oil, which is a fat, and this is met with great amounts of alkalinity from the pancreas, and lo and behold, the gallstones that you are passing the very next day are anything but. They are nothing more than balls of soap. So if you are watching this video, then please never listen to someone like Rob Stewart or any other person advocating gallbladder or liver flushes. It's nothing more than an illusion and manipulation. And to make things worse for you, if you do listen to this advice and the gallbladder does contract tightly and one of those gallstones lodges in the bile duct, you will likely end up in hospital with severe pain, and you will likely also lose the gallbladder. Anyhow, that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.